Hey guys, what's going on? It's Baker. Welcome back to another Elestrals Moonrise reveal reaction video. So this one's kind of interesting. A couple of things. First of all, this is a 7.5 minute video. Secondly, Eviolith and Necrolith. We have the last two Liths. I'm so freaking happy we have all 8 Liths. I freaking love that. Shattered Star Scorpio full breakdown. Unbelievable. I also want to point out though, A-Drive posted a tweet that I reacted to in a previous video where it was like the contract meme of like the GIF that everyone posts is like they're writing their contract in. I thought it was stamped for a second, but no, it's a pen. I think that's a pen. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. And the first letter of every single word in that tweet was spelled out to be TCG player, and he posted a bunch of cryptic numbers in the Discord server. That was like, he just basically said, I like numbers. He posted 3 separate numbers that were all math equations. And when you solved them, it came out to be 10/28/2024, which is October 28th, 2024, which is today. For you guys, it's the 29th because that's when this video is being uploaded. But for me recording it, it's the 28th. Is this the TCG player announcements, or is this just is there something special in this video, or will there be another video uploaded later today that gives us an even further breakdown? We shall see. I haven't seen anything other than an Elestriad post and and Titan video get uploaded today. Other than that, nothing else has been uploaded, nothing else has been said or anything like that. Either this is the video or another video is coming out in the future that I'm going to have to react to and TCG player stuff happening. Blah, blah, blah. That's the end of the day. Let's get straight into the video. Long one here.
It's finally time for us to reveal the final 2 Lith Elestrals and a ton of information
I'm so excited.
about Shattered Stars Scorpio. Let's dive in.
I've wanted the Wind Lith for so long because I freaking love Wind.
We're counting down 32 days of Moonrise reveals until pre-orders open on November 15th. We've got a ton of information for you guys today, but don't forget to back the Elestrals Clash Kickstarter.
Crazy
stuff.
Waiting
for just $10, you get beta access by end of the year.
Yep.
And if you go up to
last
the
I checked, 430,000. We're almost there. Crazy stuff.
A Kickstarter pack, and you're supporting Elestrals Clash in a big way. So make sure you guys back our Kickstarter. You do not want to miss out. And big shouts to all the Kickstarter backers who have been watching these reveals a day early. Y'all the MVPs. Let's get this party.
Well, I mean, I should have watched yesterday's reveal one day early, but I'm stupid and forgot, and it's uploading as we speak. So
the brand new Wind Lith Elestral Eviolith. Eviolith is a 2-wind cost
4/6, interesting.
And 6 defense
okay.
with a super cool effect. This Eviolith can be normal cast with 2 wind spirits if an opponent has at least 2 face down runes, which means that if your opponent is setting a heavy back row, you can simply cast out this Eviolith.
It's easy. That's an easy one.
Getting a 6 defense body onto the field right away is pretty strong. The real payoff for Eviolith, when you cast it, you can draw a card for each face down rune on an opponent's field, which means that if they do have 2 or 3 face down runes, you have the flexibility to draw 2 or 3 cards upon the cast of Eviolith.
Okay. I'm not too interested in this card, if I'm being entirely honest. The thing about some of the Liths, and I'll talk about I'll talk about like the good Liths that are seeing a ton of play right now. Lava Lith, obviously limited, and Arcolith. Those are probably the 2 best Liths currently in the game. You might be able to make an argument for Moralith over Arcolith. Obviously, no one's questioning the fact that Lava Lith is the best Lith in the game. Maybe you can argue Moralith over Arcolith. I personally wouldn't. I think Arcolith is certainly the second best. But what do these cards do that make them so powerful? They are big bodies. Both of them are a 6 attacker. This is a 4 attacker. It's a 6 defender. But they both have easy normal cast, separate casting conditions. They have easy conditions to normal cast them with 2. Arcolith your opponent just has to control 2 attack position Elestrals, and Lavalith control 2 more enchanting spirits than you do. Eviolith has that. At least 2 face down runes. That's easy because back row is king in this game. Absolutely back row. Maybe not so much with Hurricane. I'm not too keen on Hurricane and this card meshing too well together. But this card is very, very interesting for the fact that it has an easy normal cast condition. However, the real reason why Arcolith and Lavalith are so immediately prevalent, A, they are big beaters, so you have to, they can dish out a ton of damage just off that, but also they have an effect that makes them an immediate threat. Lavalith pops a back row, Arcolith enchants 3 to itself, which can then allow you to basically get a free casting or something like Rise in the Ashes, something like that, to just go off from there. Aviolith is a draw 2 to 4 at best. Obviously, if you normal cast it, if you normal ascend it rather than normal cast it, it's a draw 1 technically it's a draw 0 actually at the very least. But this doesn't provide pressure because it's not a huge beater, and it's not a card that immediately needs to be activated to. This is basically just Nog on legs. That's basically what this card is. It's Nog on legs. I don't think Nog on legs is going to be a crazy card. I don't expect this card to see that much play.
Which is incredible value generation for your deck.
I will say Wind might be able to play it because Wind really has a lot of pieces need to get to. Getting a bunch of draws is actually not the worst thing in the world. But this card is not going to see like nearly as much play as something like Lavalith, because even if it is slightly generic. Not every single deck really needs a Nog, and most decks aren't even playing Nog, so I'm not too interested in this card for that reason. It might see play in Wind specifically, and even if it does see play in Wind, it will be like niche play. I don't expect it to be a crazy card, though, in Wind.
Moonrise introduces a few different ways to combat a full back row. We introduced Gloombat and Hurricane, and now Aviolith to take advantage of your opponent setting a bunch of back row counter runes. I'm really curious to see what you guys cook up with this brand new window.
It is interesting, though, that this set is basically back row hate the set. It's kind of interesting to see that.
Last but certainly not least, the final of the 8 Lith Elestrals, none other than Necrolith. Necrolith is a 2-cost
7 attack, man. Oh god, it's gonna blow everything out of the water.
7 attack and 3 defense with an insane effect. This Necrolith can be normal cast with 2 lunar if an opponent has at least 2 suppressed cards. What that means is you can use cards.
Dude, that's so easy. I just read its second effect as well. Dude, this card's crazy. Oh my god, Necrolith is unfreaking believable. So Lunar, for anyone who does not know, Lunar is the deck. Lunar is the element that's all about suppression. There are so many cards in this that suppress. The one that comes to mind, Dense Fog, suppresses all Elestrals on your opponent's board. So basically, as long as your opponent has 2 suppressed, so at least as long as your opponent has 2 Elestrals on their board, you can set a Dense Fog, keep it around for a turn, activate it on your turn to cast Necrolith, and then pop one of their guys. This is insane, especially since it's a 7 attacker. This card is going to see play. I don't think it's going to be as good as Lavalith, because Lavalith has a much easier summoning requirement. Having just 2 more Enchanting Spirits, it's much easier, and I think destroying. I think for the most part, destroying runes over destroying Elestrals is much more important. So I think Lavalith will still be the better and best Lith in the game, but Necrolith is certainly up there, probably in the top 3, potentially top 2, alongside Arcolith, I think.
Cards like Artemis or Dense Fog to suppress your opponent's cards, and Dense Fog can actually suppress all of your opponent's Elestrals, so fulfilling its normal cast condition isn't unheard of. And Necrolith is only going to get stronger as more suppression-based cards are introduced into the game.
That is also true.
Necrolith, you can destroy a suppressed Celestial, and this is non-targeting destruction, so even if you use this as a normal...
Okay, let's be entirely honest. They're suppressed. I don't think non-targeting destruction mattered, if I'm being, because their effects are negated. Like they can't use their effects, therefore the targeting protection goes away. To be fair, if you give it to if there's like an artifact rune for it, then yes, it would bypass the artifact rune that's giving them the protection, the targeting protection. But it's, it's the same thing.
Ascension.
For the most part, I don't think it's going to matter.
Cast it. An incredible pair for Artemis and Dense Fog and a ton of other cards that are coming in the future. Not to mention, its 7 attack stat is no joke. Necrolith is a card to watch out for in Lunar.
That card's insane.
Lavalith to 1 copy, there was a little bit of controversy. But what if I told you that Lavalith is now searchable? That's right, this...
Is there a card that says add a Lith
Brand new rune coming in Moonrise is called No Stone Unturned, and it's a beautiful art
Yeah.
featuring Earth Smog lifted over one of the Vertilith heads. I just love this art.
Interesting.
It's a 2-cost Earth Invoke rune that says you can search your deck for a Golem Elestral and add it to your hand. This opens up...
Real quick, let me look up. Are the Liths the only Golem Elestrals? Or are there more Golem Elestrals? Because the thing about this card that's very strange to me, it's 2 Earth. So does that tell me anything? I feel like if they wanted this to be a generic Lith Searcher card, they would have made it 2 Omni. But I guess not. Okay. I mean, no, not Earth. What am I doing? Let's go subclass and Golem. Are they the only Golems? Arcturus, Boltuga, Cerebrum, Comagma, Krakatuga, Mostation, Rummikol, Rummagem. You can search the searcher. Let's go. Scavicol, Scavagem, Tectorus, Terratlus. There you go. Vesuvatuga. So no, they're not the only ones. And there are a lot of Earth here. So I guess I understand why they made it Earth. I think this card will actually probably see a decent bit of play in Earth. Just due to the fact that not only can it search Vertilith, which Earth has come to like really appreciate that it can actually get the Vertilith. It can search Rummagem, but they technically don't play Rummagem that much anymore. It can search Mostation, no. It can search Scavagem to potentially get a crazy big searcher. Tectorus to get a big beater. If you're playing like Boltuga, Vesuvatuga, it can search either of those cards. I actually do think this could be a very, very powerful Earth card. I think it could also be potentially powerful in Krakatuga Burn because it can search Krakatuga, which is crazy. That's been like the one issue with Krakatuga for a long time, that you haven't been able to search Krakatuga. Now you can with No Stone Unturned. So it's interesting. Obviously, yes, though, it can search Lavalith and stuff like that. It can search every single Lith in the game amongst the cards that I just listed. It's very interesting. I don't think it's going to be the best card, especially since it is a 2-cost. But I do think it has a lot of potential if you just need... I don't think it will be played outside of Earth, if I'm being entirely honest, because I feel like it's already taking up... it's already asking for a lot of deck space alongside Earthquake with, like... Earth Spirits in your Spirit deck, because both of them are 2-cost, so I don't... Especially if you were playing Earthquake... If you were playing Earthquake and you are not playing a Earth deck, you are not playing this card, because that is way too much Earth that you need to put into your Spirit deck. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's going to be the best thing ever. I think it's cool that it can search a ton more than just the Liths. I'm not too interested by it though, because again, it is a 2-cost. I feel like a lot of times I would rather have that +2, but certainly there is potential. I think the best card that I could potentially search is Scavagem or Krakatuga. So I could potentially see both of those decks searching. I could potentially see both of those cards being searched off of this. And maybe it will bring Scavagem, maybe even Scavicol to the front end of some decks. I think it's kind of interesting. And I think it's good that we have searchers for a lot of these cards. I just don't expect this one to be the best because it is a very expensive one.
Incredible potential for a handful of different decks. You could probably imagine that all of the Lith Elestrals are Golems, so you can search Lavalith and Moralith and Avialith and Necrolith and all those with this card. But you can also search cards like Vesuvatuga and Krakatuga.
Correct.
Pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool potential here for No Stone Unturned.
I feel like he knows something we don't, and
that makes support for the Golem archetype.
That makes me
this gives a lot of consistency.
Makes me a little unsettled.
Relying on higher cost 2-3-cost Golem Elestrals that you don't want to run a lot of copies of. No Stone Unturned helps you get there, and it also helps you fuel Vertilith itself, which is a really cool combination.
That is true.
You're funneling those spirits into
that is true. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, it fuels Vertilith. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
By getting that card and then being able to cast it out.
Insane.
Lots of fun stuff you can do with this card. I can't wait to see what you guys cook up. All right, now let's shift gears to Shattered Stars. We've got a groundbreaking announcement for you guys today with Shattered Stars to recap what's coming in our next month of Shattered Stars starting on November 1st, which, by the way, if you haven't gotten your orders in,
so it seems like, based on the title, Shattered Stars Scorpio full breakdown. So we're gonna know everything about Shattered Stars, which is kind of interesting.
Lock in your packs. for our first month of Constellation. Now, I've already mentioned that these packs are going to contain 8 cards in them, and we have reverse holo upgrades on the commons,
Love
which is
that.
an incredible addition.
Love
but now
that.
I'm going to reveal the full lineup for our first month of Constellation. All of the incredible Thunder cards
Love
that you
that.
can pull in Shattered Stars. Running through our common lineup, we've got the Stained Glass Zaptor, Fungler, Platypulse, Galvenom, Larvacell, and of course the debut of Titanostrike. From there, I've told you about some of the holos. We've got the brand new Constellation Rares. The Scorpio Toxion Constellation is coming in this pack and going to be one of the top chase cards. And now it's time to reveal some of the awesome holos that you can pull, including Race to the Top holo and Thunderbolts of Zeus. Race to the Top holo is one that...
Race to the Top's a cool one. I don't think any deck really is playing Thunderbolt of Zeus. It's interesting. Race to the Top's a really cool one because Thunder decks are still playing this card. It's just Thunder is not the best thing in the world right now, so this card isn't seen as often.
I most certainly want to add to my collection.
But certainly a very, very good card. Very cool card.
From there, it's time to really blow your minds with some of the other rare chase cards. We really outdid ourselves in the next wave of Shattered Stars. You guys are going to be so stoked. First up, full art Mount Olympus. My goodness, this has got to be one of the most...
Holy crap. I was certainly not expecting the stadium room to get a full art, but that's insane. That's really freaking cool.
The full
Love
art
that.
Mount Olympus depicts a handful of Elestrals right outside of Zeus's domain.
Are there any here? Wait, real quick. Are there any here that are not revealed? I don't think so. On the top left, that is a Voltempest and 2 Elechiks. On the top right, we have an Imperial. There in the middle, and here at the bottom, there are Boombats. There's a Sonicore, and then an Elechik there at the bottom right. So it doesn't look like there's any new Elestrals here. I see like an S on the mountain. I think that's just weird art, basically. Oh, Jack and Art and Moms. Oh, is this our first dual art? Is this our first basically co-op art card? Interesting to see that. Cool stuff. I freaking love this. That's very, very cool. I love that.
Outside of Zeus's domain. This alone, in my opinion, makes
this there it is.
Super worth it alongside Constellation Toxic.
That's really cool. Yeah, really, really cool.
Arcolith is getting a full art here in Shattered
Stars.
An incredible brand new full art that you don't want to miss out on. Arcolith.
Oh man, that's insane. Holy crap. Okay.
The other 7 Liths are going to combine together to create one.
Oh, every Lith is getting... That's really cool. That is really, really cool.
Get excited. Arcolith is this month's Shattered Stars Lith.
Also, I want to point out,
the next 8 months.
Once it shows up,
Arcolith.
I think this art style is actually really, really good, and it's from an artist I haven't seen. I don't know if I just don't know any of their cards. I haven't really seen them, but Elliot I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Mogilner, Elliot Mogilner, I think. I butcher names so much, so that's probably completely butchered. Fantastic job. I love this artwork. That's really, really cool.
Is this month's Shattered Stars?
It's like pencil.
And believe it or not, I'm not
I really
even
think it's really
because
cool.
You have the opportunity to pull an
sketch.
incredible
Really
reverse
cool.
stellar rare in this set.
Okay, yeah.
I love that we added reverse stellars to Shattered Stars. And this one is another one you don't want to miss out on. Reverse stellar Jolton.
Oh, that's a sick one.
Jolton has proven itself to be one of the most quintessential
That's
cards
really
in
cool.
gaming.
Yep.
Search out those stadium runes. So it's only fitting that we roll it out as we're rolling out these full art stadiums.
Very good. Very good for Jolton.
Stellar Jolton in Shattered Stars. This is a
man, if I pull Jolton, if I pull this card,
I'm not
guys.
done there because we always have serialized.
Yeah, is there serialized? Yep.
Packs as well, and this is where my bank gets broken.
Where is the X99? What's the X10? Let's make some bets right now. What is the X99? What's the X10? X99. I feel like it's gotta be Elechik. No, Elechik already has a stellar. Who else could it be? Quack already has one. Does Boombat? Boombat has a stellar. Does Boombat have a stellar? Wait, am I going crazy? Does Boombat have a stellar? I feel like Boombat has one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. I thought it had a promotional stellar, like at the Kickstarter promo pack. Didn't it have a stellar in there, or did it have a full art or something like that? I don't quite remember. If it doesn't have a stellar, I think it's going to be Boombat. If it does, then I'm kind of thinking Larvacell. And what's the X out of 99? It's got to be freaking like some 3 cost, right? It's got to be like a 3 cost. What do we have? What did we get? What were the 3 costs that we got here? I can't remember. Did we get any 3 costs in Moonrise? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
because
I don't even have a guess for the X99.
Our X of 99, where only
Zeus
99 copies
calling
will
it.
ever exist, is none other, you guessed it, Stellar Arcolith. Stellar Arcolith is all...
Well, you know, I wasn't expecting Arcolith to get a Stellar and a full art, but there we are. X99, I think, actually might genuinely be a Zeus. I could see Zeus. That would make sense.
Incredible Stellar card. I know y'all are going to be excited when you hit this, and I think some people may have speculated it, but our X of 10 Stellar, our full art Stellar for this month, where only 10 copies will ever be made, is none other than full art Stellar Phosphocell. I built this pack.
Okay, Phosphocell makes sense. That completely makes sense. It's interesting as well to see how the Phosphocell, the full art Phosphocell, the normal full art Phosphocell had a had a Stellar Larvacell on it, and now it doesn't in the Phosphocell Stellar. That's kind of interesting to see. I like that.
I'm going to regret this later because I got to get me one of those Phosphocell, and now I got to find one of y'all to trade with because this is going to be crazy. Stellar Phosphocell as your X of 10.
Man, I really wish Phosphocell was good. It just takes too much setup, I feel like. It takes so much setup, and it just is too expensive. I really wish this card was good. I think it's very, very
Stellar
interesting.
Arcolith as your X of 99.
Unfortunately.
And Reverse Stellar
Jolton
as your Reverse Stellar Rare. Not to mention Race to the Top,
Yep.
Mount Olympus.
It's a cool set.
How could you not be so stoked?
It's a really, really cool set.
Shattered Stars Month 9 Scorpio.
Like, he's making me want to play Thunder again, which I haven't wanted to do since, like, Frostfall. It's insane.
This is just the beginning of our brand new Shattered Stars Constellation packs. Get excited, and make sure you guys are at Shop Elestrals.
Maybe I'll make a Phosphocell deck.
So you don't miss
Is that it?
And it's time for us to give you guys your discount code for Shattered Stars members for this month. You guys can use code SSOCT15 to get 15% off our plushies.
We already had that, though.
That includes
Didn't we?
all 8 Spirit plushies.
Yeah, we already had that. Okay. I thought he was talking about the new one. Or is he talking about...
These are incredibly high quality. They are beautiful. You want to give them a nice hug. I love these. My kids play with them. I'm so proud of these plushies. So go show some love. Get them for 50% off this month for Shattered Stars members only. Scorpio month starts on November 1st. That's when those orders are going to go through, so get excited for that. And brand new Lith cards, baby. Let me know what you guys want to search with No Stone Unturned, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another epic reveal. Kickstarter backers get it first.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. So... I'm not entirely certain what he's saying with the cryptic messages. First of all, these cards are interesting. It's just quick. It was a long video. It's recap a lot of stuff. Aviolith, again, I think it's fine. I don't think it's a super amazing card. I think maybe Wind will play it, but I don't think anything else. I think Necrolith is the second best Lith card that we've seen ever. This card is unfreaking believable. I think it's absolutely insane. And then No Stone Unturned, again, I don't expect this card to see a ton of play, but I think it is at least good that it's in the game. Then we shift focus over to Shattered Stars. We have a lot of stuff. The entire common lineup right there, with the exception of one card that just, it will not show its rear end. The Toxion's, obviously the Race to the Top to Thunderbolt, the 4 Mount Olympus, the 4 Arcolith, the Reverse Stellar Joltons, and then the X out of 99 Arcolith and the X out of 10 Phosphocell. Really, really cool stuff. I'm maybe expecting a video a little bit later today, unless he's just trolling us. I'm not entirely certain. We'll see. We shall see. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to slap the like button and subscribe for more. Hope to see all you guys in the next video. Goodbye.